Okay, folks, just a quick Q&A here on how I record my sales calls and really all conversations I have with other folks, just to make sure that I don't have to rely on my feeble human memory to go back and figure out what I was talking about. So there's really two ways that I do it. So if I want to record video, like if the client is showing me something or I'm showing the client something and I want to record what's on the screen, I'll use the built-in recorder, whether it's Google Meet or Zoom. My sales calls are mostly in Zoom just because I find it's the least amount of friction to get folks to join the meeting. But a lot of my internal calls or calls after the fact are via Google Meet just because it's easier to set up. But for other tools, and this is kind of sneaky, but kind of useful, is if you don't want folks to know you're recording, or if you want to record conversations that are either in person or in a tool that's like not typical, like just Upwork, for example. You can use Notion because it just records right on your computer. So what you can do is, you just type in /AI meeting notes and just hit start transcribing, and it'll just use your system audio. So it'll take all the audio from your computer and start recording. And you can even prompt it to be like, certain type of template. So if you want this to be like more the notes for it to do its AI summary to be more sales focused, you can set that all up. I don't really do all that, but I'll just stop and summarize. And it's just going to read my transcript and give me a quick summary. But it just uses the system audio. So what it hears from your speakers, and of course what it hears from your mic, it's going to record on your computer, and it doesn't join the meeting, so it doesn't spook any clients. And also it works for everything. So you got this quick little like overview, some notes that I can write if I want to, then of course the transcript from the call, right? So that's all there for me. And then if I wanted to record the video, if I was in the meeting, I would just use the built-in Zoom one or the Google Meet, just to kind of show you what an actual like meeting looks like. This is a call I had today with a client of mine. We're just doing some QuickBooks training on automation for AI. So it's got a checklist of action items for me, and I can go through the entire transcript. And what's really nice too is with the Notion CLI and the Notion MCP, and also just this built-in like Notion AI agent, I could be like, hey, what are all the recent calls about Shannon about? What did we talk about with Ezer, etc. Right? So that's the name of the company. So I can just ask AI agent, or if I was in Claude, I could just ask Claude, and the MCP would pull that up for me and give me all the information I need. So Notion is great. I use it for my CRM and for a million other things. A big fan of it. But yeah, that's what I use to record my sales calls and my client meetings, just so I have everything in one database. All right, bye for now.